Vault 88 Emergency Classification. Unspecified integrity breach warning. Any available Vault-Tec personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol VT-76. This signal will repeat.
The vault doors were meant to withstand a direct nuclear strike. Your attempts to breach this facility are laughable. Leave at once, or there will be consequences. Vault-Tec will not forgive this vandalism. What? You have a Pip-Boy? Wait. Are you Vault-Tec? Have you finally come to save me? Please. I'm trapped behind a mountain of rubble. The key to freeing me is getting the workshop operational. First, lift the security lockdown and get to the reactor room. It's been hard to maintain the faith. So many years stranded here. But you can assure Dr. Braun, if he's even still around, that I have used the time productively. The great work is ready to begin. Good. Very good. Vault-Tec workshops require their control board to function. During emergencies, the procedure is to store it in the reactor room. Look in there, you should find it.
You aren't what I was expecting. You do have a Pip-Boy. You're from a vault, but you're clearly not with Vault-Tec. What are you doing here? Why did you help me?
It was the neighborly thing to do.
Such a fine sense of civic duty. Very laudable. My name is Valerie Barstow, and I was to be the overseer of this vault. But please, follow me. I have a proposal for you. It's been a hard 200 years. I was giving a tour of what was to be my pride and joy. My vault. Then the earthquakes. Sirens. Many died. Perhaps they were lucky. The radiation. Somehow, I was spared. Stop! What are you doing? Digging my way to the entrance. With that control board, I could have changed everything. But there was simply too much rubble for the equipment to handle. But my work kept me going. Here, among these papers, is my life's work. I'd like to share it with you. Dr. Braun tasked me with something vital. A series of prototypes and their related experiments. But, as you can see, things did not go according to plan.
Vault-Tec destroyed my life. Vault-Tec can burn for all I care.
Listen, I understand that a former Vault resident could harbor certain feelings. I'll tell you what. These experiments, I will let you run them. If you find anything unconscionable, just don't do it. Or change the parameters of the experiment. I assure you these devices can make people's lives better. Just give me a chance.
So these experiments can be run ethically?
If you insist on hobbling the prototype's potential, yes. You could standards as you like. I suggest being more open-minded, but the choice will ultimately be yours.
You've got a deal, Overseer.
Good. Let's move forward. We cannot begin until I have my Overseer's desk to run the experiments. The information in the desk's terminal will prove vital. I entrust you with the future of our vault. Vault 88. This. Please, I beg your indulgence. I've waited so long, but we must not dally. The work compels us. The vault was supposed to have a very specific set of residents. After all, to conduct human trials, you need the perfect test subjects. Think of the greater good here. But fine, you're running the experiments. If you choose a risk-free path, it will compromise the value of the research. But that's on your head. Choose wisely. Now, turn on the vault's radio beacon. Certainly people above ground would give anything to live in our vault. While we wait for word to spread, perhaps you might use this time to explore Vault 88. If you can clear some of the rubble, you may be able to access some of the other building sectors. Any materials or equipment that survived may prove useful in our experiments.
Attention, people of the Commonwealth. Vault 88 is now accepting applications for the first time in 200 years. Vault-Tec's motto has never been more apropos. Better living underground. Vault 88 is conveniently located near downtown Quincy. Apply in person to Overseer Barstow.
Hey.
Just a moment and we can begin. Please, step forward. Ah, yes. Welcome. Welcome.
So, this here's a vault, right?
Quite correct. And you could be one of our lucky new residents.
You do got food in this vault, right?
Of course. And a chance at a new life. A question or two first, however. What do you think is the role of a good government?
Government? What the hell are you talking about?
Do you know what government is?
Some sort of old world club, right? But I don't want anything to do with that.
I think we've got what we need. You won't do for our special assignment. But welcome to our vault. Your new home. If she is representative of what's left above, the outside world must be rougher than I imagined. Are you ready for the next interview?
Let's continue.
All right. Hello. Welcome to Vault 88.
This is a real nice place you have here. Real nice. And I can go wherever I like, right?
Within reason. Yes. But I have a question for you.
Sure. What do you want to know?
A hypothetical. Let's say the reactor core is melting down, and you're the only one who could stop it.
Is there something wrong with your reactor?
No, it's fine. Just pretend, so you can stop the meltdown. But you'd suffer from extreme radiation exposure. What would you do?
Well, whatever you'd like. If you don't mind, I'm anxious to look around.
Give the Overseer's question some thought and really answer it.
Huh, fine. You want me to jump in a reactor for you guys? Please. Nobody's gonna do that.
If you're thinking about ripping us off, don't.
Listen, it's hell up there. If you really give me food and a place to stay, I'll be good. Just don't go expecting me to jump in a reactor for you.
Why are you here?
Just come here to lend a hand, right? I want to do whatever it takes to help out.
I think we could use them in our vault.
As long as you guys are on the level, I'll give this thing a try. Honest.
I appreciate your candor. You can stay, but you're not what we're looking for. Go ahead and get acquainted with your new home. What a colorful gentleman. Clearly he won't work for our experiments. Here's hoping third time's a charm.
Let's do the next interview then.
As you say. Hello. Welcome to your new home.
Wow. A real overseer. I am so happy to be here. Hi. My name is Clem.
Yes. Clem, is it? Before you settle in, I have some questions.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll answer anything you like.
Well, that's good. Here's a scenario. You've been assigned guard duty. You know, stand watch and make sure outsiders don't breach the perimeter. But from inside the vault, you hear a woman screaming. What would you do?
You want me to guard something? Sure. I can do that. I can do that right now, if you want. But I don't hear any screaming, Lady Overseer.
Well, aren't you just precious?
Thanks. I think?
Another question for you. What can you tell me about your mother?
Oh, but she was nice. You would have liked her. She killed a mole rat once.
Really? That's remarkable. Describe the traits you most admire about her.
Well, she was strong because of the mole rat, and she fed me. God, I'm sorry. This place is so much better than the ditch I was living in.
Mole rat kill counts really are the foundation of maternal affection.
I guess? Am I doing okay?
We're looking for a volunteer, Clem. Someone to test some new devices that will help everyone. Are you interested?
You mean I can stay? I mean, yes! I'll help out. I like helping. That's me, Clem. Always willing to help out.
Yes. I think you'll do nicely. And no time like the present to commence. The first step is to get him properly equipped and dressed. There should be supplies in the welcome area near the entrance.
Huh?
Clem, let's get you outfitted like a real vault dweller.
Some people complain, but not me. Just happy to be here.
Our first vault residence. What a moment. But, on to business. Exercise is an inherently selfish activity. Instead of using every hour, every minute, to further the goals of the community, a resident instead improves their body past the minimum requirements. Vault-Tec has devised a solution. The Power Cycle 1000. While you pedal, you provide raw power to the vault. A perfect answer to an inherently counterproductive practice.
Theoretically, that sounds all right.
We just need to turn the hypothetical into actuality. The prototype is far from perfect. There were incidences during its R&D. Maybe even the stray cerebral hemorrhage. Let me download the schematic to your Pip-Boy. Build it and attach a terminal to choose the parameters of the experiment. Work Clem hard. Give me power.
Do it? So I'll keep pedaling. This is kind of fun. Oh, what's that? You smell that? I never smelled such a thing. Is that mute fruit? Oh, man! I'm sorry! I broke your vault. I just got so excited and I wanted to do a good job and I kept pedaling faster and faster. And then the whole vault went kablooey. Please don't kick me out.
I was looking at the data for the power cycle. If I am reading the report correctly, you chose a lavender and vanilla aroma dispenser. For the next experiment, we'll need something from outside.
Perfect. What the hell is going on here?
I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember anything. The gas. It's the gas. It's in my head. I can't get it out. I can't get it out. What do I do?
Please, evacuate the building.
Open the door. It'll be all right.
I...
So strange having people about.
I have those chemical formulas for you.
Marvelous. Now we can reform another societal picadillo. The hydration break. Whether it rears its head around a coffee pot, water cooler, or soda fountain, it's a menace. Vault-Tec scientists have conducted experiment after experiment to eliminate this inefficiency. But people feel an irrational need to socialize. So if they must squander their time, let us turn it into the collective good. worry so much, my boy. Everything you eat and drink is made of chemicals, don't you know?
Oh, great. That's very interesting.
These are just special chemicals.
It's okay. You can trust us, Clem.
Maintaining Clem's trust isn't the focus of these experiments. Our collective welfare is. So build the soda fountain, and then serve refreshments to our residents. And Clem, if you get thirsty on the job, feel free to have a cool, refreshing beverage.
Gee, thanks. Job manning the soda fountain. Here to check up? I got a customer right here. Want some more refreshment?
What the heck's in there? I had a Nuka-Cola once. This stuff.
I know, right? It's got special chemicals in it.
No shit. Well, whatever it is, call me a fan.
Caffeine. Well, it does improve productivity. But really, and together with the dubious success of the power cycle, I really am beginning to question your commitment to the project. But you can still redeem yourself. Ugh, the Hippocratic Oath. A solemn vow to do no harm. Well, roughly that's what it means. I don't want to get into interpreting dusty Latin textbooks, but that core sentiment of the medical community runs counter to what we're trying to accomplish here. Doctors shouldn't put their patients' welfare first. Instead, their sole focus should be the collective good. You understand, of course.
The Hippocratic Oath is there for a reason. It's the right thing to do.
Spare me conventional platitudes. We have history to make. So, enter the Vault-Tec Phoropter. A specialized piece of optometrist equipment that, yes, can improve a patient's eyesight. But potentially so much more. The prototype requires a bit... well, a lot. All right, a staggering quantity of radioactive material. But the results will be worth it.
Nuclear material, you say? What could go wrong?
I know. It's foolproof. But don't fret about the nuclear material. We chose this site for Vault 88 Because our surveys indicate that there's a rich source of uranium deeper inside the caves. So, dig deep and get what we need.
I figured the last thing I'd be worried about in the vault is finding a place to sleep.
And you gotta believe me when I say
Some people complain, not me.
People are having to sleep in shifts. It's making everyone a bit cranky.
Looks like we have our first patient. Yes. Before we begin, Clem, how do you feel about children?
They're alright, I guess.
You ever planning on having any?
I don't know. Why are you asking?
Just idle chatter. Go on.
Hi, you here for an eye exam with the full... This thing?
I guess.
Go ahead and get in.
So, what do I do?
Just stay still.
It keeps flashing.
I think that's normal.
What? Ah! What the? Ow!
This thing's not working!
What were you doing? I kept saying obey the overseer.
Well, that's just a quirk of the prototype. Nothing to concern yourself with.
Bullshit. This ain't the end of it. What the hell is your game? You invite Clem and me in here to experiment on us? You some sort of sicko?
There's nothing sinister going on. You're just imagining things.
You sure? I mean, that eye machine. All right. But I'm watching you.
So one of our residents is happy. That's completely irrelevant. We should be making hard choices to improve the effectiveness of the vault. Instead, you spend your time pandering to their every whim.
I'm improving people's lives. I'm not going to apologize for that.
I just don't understand you. Please, make this next one count. This last experiment is my pride and joy. Following in the footsteps of Dr. Braun and the others, I have spent my time devising my very own prototype. Its premise is this. We are all flawed creatures, each with our own vices. What if our vault didn't pointlessly try to stamp out these predilections, and instead harnessed them?
Give me the details.
The vice in question is greed. The schematic is for a slot machine. I designed it to be as enticing as possible. Choose the experimental parameters, and let's see how it fares in the field.
just can't lose. You gotta try this, this slot machine. It's the best.
Yeah?
You done with all your experiments? I hope I did good. They were real interesting.
You really are a glass is half full kind of guy, aren't you?
Who? Me? Heck, I'd be happy just to have a glass. I guess you're the overseer now, right? Looking forward to giving the Vault my best.
I am pleased to announce that Vault 88 is accepting candidates to live in style, underground. If you're looking for a safe, secure place to settle, consider joining our soon-to-be thriving community. The entrance to Vault 88 is located in Quincy Quarry. Start your new, better life today.
Those sons of bitches who created me couldn't even be bothered to implant memories of having siblings or parents. I don't even know how much of my own past is artificial and how much is real. Can you even imagine that? I started out as nothing, and I've ended up as nothing. And I don't know what the hell to do about it.
you.